What's up guys, Retro Dingo here. Welcome back to my channel. It's summer, it's 2022. Let's talk about pinball because Toy Story 4 from Jersey Jack Pinball is released. And as you can see on FlippnOut Pinball on TPN, this very colorful pinball machine has just been streamed. My man Joel and Zach Mini played this game. Was very fun to watch. The thing is, at first try, at first game, this world #1 competition tournament player Zach Mini, he actually beat the game at first try. He reached to the wizard mode, so congratulations Zach, what a game. It was fun to watch. It was wow man, at first try. I mean, some says this game is easy, but I don't know, man. It feels like it's too easy, or Zach is a pro player. It's one of them. I don't know, but it was fun to watch. So go in and check this out, guys.
Hands off the game, and I don't like it. Thank you for the raid.
Stage 1 complete.
You did 1. There's 4.
I love this stage.
Stage 2.
Shoot ramps, alright.
So the next thing we're gonna talk about is actually a little bit of podcast. You have to listen to this part because Joel Engelberth, he's really hyping up these metal flippers with metal bushing and lubricating the bushing and the flipper rod and having it as a metal part. It makes him much better pinball player. It doesn't have that gap when you have this dead flip bounce and stuff like that. But the thing is, again, at TPN, this is at the Pinball Network, Joel makes these amazing podcasts. I have listened to the last 2-3 of them, and they're awesome. But this time we had Dennis Kriesel on, and I don't really know Dennis that much, but this one you just have to go in and check it out because Dennis is just killing it, and I just love that guy from now on. All this hype with these metal flippers, Dennis destroys it in a second. Just go in and check it out. I mean, let's just listen to it together, okay?
I put them in turtles. And turtles, when you start turtles, you can pick your turtle. And there's individual leaderboards for each turtle. I set the high score on all 4 turtles that night. And had my GC. Like,
so you have baby's first flippers now.
Yes, I did. The flippers aren't any longer. They're the same size, same everything. But it just, overall, the control felt... Like, I just felt way more in control.
You have training wheels on your flippers now.
If that's what it is, that to me
it is metal on metal. I haven't seen this much metal on metal since Adam Lambert covered for Queen.
Wow.
In the new hit Queen Pinball.
It has completely eliminated any sort of play between the bushing and the flipper itself. And so the dead bounce are more consistent. My actual shots feel more consistent. So I do like them a lot. And I don't feel like, I feel like they've improved. It's just like Pinball Flipper fans. Like the Flipper fans give me a benefit on playing long term. So playing for 2 hours, I feel like it's a benefit. But Dennis,
the difference though is the fans are just letting you have the same consistency that you have when you first turned on the game.
Okay. Oh, now
Whereas
you're dragging me into this.
You've installed training wheels.
Okay. All right. Pinball. Yes, I think Dennis says that. Suddenly I like Dennis. Yes. So good
Can you
point.
hear those flipper fans buzzing in there? Is there any noise that you hear from Joel?
Not on his newest ones. On his
And then Dennis Kriesel doesn't even stop there. All the other guys are so serious talking about these flippers, these new metal flippers, and Dennis makes this awesome joke. You will only get it if you know the Star Trek warp ramp shot. You have to listen to this one because it's just impossible to make that shot with the lower left and right flipper. You have to use the upper right, but Dennis is just killing it. He gets 10 out of 10 from me on this one. Just check it out, guys. And the others are so serious, and he just keeps on laughing and laughing and laughing. It killed me. He's he's dry, but very, very fun guy, man. I like this guy.
Oh, well done, Ray. Well done. When I stream, I definitely, I'm not one to, I don't have high enough scores to like brag about them. So yes, I understand normally, believe it or not, when
I like how he spelled out his joke.
I know, I didn't even need it, Ray. I got it. But normally I'll play the game as default for like one stream. And then if it's kicking my butt, I'll like lower the outlanes a little bit if I can, I'll try to make my life a little easier.
I tried one of those kits on my Star Trek, actually, and I'm able to backhand the warp ramp.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Well, what's interesting would be so do you have
I tried one of those kits on my Star Trek, actually, and I'm able to backhand the warp ramp.
Wow.
I'm able to backhand the warp ramp.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that guy's just, it's so fun, man. All right. Enough with this podcast, and let's get a bit more serious on what's going on summer 2022, because because the Alien Pinball that got released by Pinball Brothers. They're still shipping them out, but they have just released pictures of Queen Pinball machine. And again, at this After Hours with Joel, they're actually talking about this game. The thing is, I learned a lot of stuff about Pinball Brothers that I didn't know about. I mean, at this TPN Pinball podcast. I mean, I feel like TPN Pinball podcast is just the best podcast, all in one. This one with Joel, and also the other one with Zach, that's called The Pinball Show. It's great. But here, I learned about Pinball Brothers has got the Playboy license also. I didn't know that. I found about Pinball Brothers wanted to sell their game licenses to Deep Root Pinball. It's the first time I listened to it. And they're talking about that they have no designers, they have no builders, nothing is in-house. And very interesting talk, actually. So I think I should take, 5 minutes of this discussion, because it's new for me, and I wanted to share this info on my channel with you guys, because a lot of my viewers, you like to see everything visual, and a lot of my viewers actually don't listen to podcasts, but I really recommend this TPN channel. Really nice, and if you're interested to learn about Pinball Brothers, Queen Pinball Machine, go in and check the whole episode out. I think it's 2 hours or maybe 3 hours long. I don't remember. But this part was very interesting because I learned something new, and I want to share it with you guys. So there we go. And after that, I just want to say thank you for watching.
In the chat that it's
they
contracted with Pedretti for the builds.
I thought Pedretti was the brothers, wasn't it? They did the Funhouse 2.0, right? Pedretti.
Yes.
Yes, but I believe the brothers are actually based in a northern European country, like a Scandinavian country or something. I don't recall exactly. And the reason I bring it up is I was just sort of curious. Do you guys think that Pinball Brothers is actually in this for the long haul?
Or because they only had this license and Alien, right? Do you think they're just
and Playboy?
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Playboy, huh?
So you think they may just knock out the 3 licenses they have and move on, or?
Well, I mean, obviously, Aliens was, other than some mechanical adjustments versus what Highway did to try and solve some of the technical issues, it's the same game. My understanding is, and as you saw, Joel, on Pinside, this is credited as Osler's design. I think Dave Sanders, who made some of the adjustments to Alien has indicated from everything he saw back when the pop-up store had Queen a few months ago that the layout looked pretty much unchanged from Barry's design, which was back with Highway. And one of my, obviously, how far you want to go with it, now defunct sources with Deeproot said that Pinball Brothers tried to sell them the Queen license for over $500,000, and they wanted $125,000 for Playboy, so Deeproot passed on those. So they weren't interested in making them, or at least they were willing to get out of the potential of making them. And my understanding is Playboy was barely developed at all in terms of a layout. So I think I've seen some footage of it or photos. So I'm just kind of wondering if this is a company that I've not heard anything. This is just speculation, but I'm pondering if this is a company that has a couple of basically completed games from Highway. They sucked up everything they could from the Highway company before they allowed it to bankrupt itself, so that they didn't lose anything. And they're just making what money they can, and they'll walk away when the sales go. Do you think that's true?
I have never thought about it until right now. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who there's been like the face of Pinball Brothers. I don't know. I can't think of like podcasts or anything that they've been on to, a lot of these startups. I mean, this would be a good transition to our next topic, but a lot of these smaller companies, when they start up, it's typically like a super passionate pinball investor, and they blah, 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 and they can't wait to fulfill their dreams. I don't know enough about Pinball Brothers to know if this is genuinely like the start of something great, or it's a good point. If this
the
is
end of an experiment,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at like Dave Fix, the moment he joined American Pinball, he's been on like 80 podcasts since then, and can't, like clearly that guy's into it. So
is it smart for him to be on 80 podcasts, Joel?
Nah, probably not. He could probably reel that back a little bit. But